Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking something pretty wild, the hidden philosophical assumptions secretly coding our modern digital workplace. You know, behind all those sleek interfaces and hyper-efficient workflows we use every single day, there's actually a deep, ancient logic driving the AI that increasingly governs our professional lives. We're going to explore how classical theories of human selfishness are literally being hard-coded right into the algorithms, evaluating us, hiring us, and monitoring our daily performance.
I mean, just imagine taking a bustling team of 30 marketers and paring them all the way down to one solitary professional by 2030. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, according to this scenario planning by Tsipersky, it's the dramatic reality of our near future. And look, this isn't just about massive job consolidation. It's about the intense anxiety, the technostress, and the relentless pressure triggered by algorithmic management. The folks who do survive these cuts are going to be working alongside systems that operate on entirely different moral frequencies than we do.
So let's get into Section 1, the AI workplace reality, and exactly how algorithms are taking control.
To understand why workplace anxiety is absolutely skyrocketing right now, we've got to look at the sheer scale of AI deployment. It's staggering. It's not some futuristic concept anymore. In the private sector, we're talking HR analytics, highly personalized marketing, automated financial trading, and customer service bots. And in the public sector, crime prediction, healthcare diagnostics, tax fraud detection, and even determining who gets social services. AI is actively crunching our behavioral data and making critical decisions across the board.
Which brings us to Section 2, the Egoism engine, and the underlying philosophy driving this code.
So what's actually driving these optimization systems at a base conceptual level? Well, to understand the code, we actually have to bridge ancient philosophy with modern algorithms, because human behavior is incredibly complex, right? But algorithms, they need measurable, predictable rules. And to create those rules, AI models often fall back on a highly simplified, totally egoistic view of why we do what we do. The crucial point here is understanding the divide between two distinct versions of self-interest. On one side, you have psychological egoism. This is descriptive, meaning it's how people actually do act. The idea that humans are inherently motivated by personal benefit. So even when workers cooperate, this theory assumes they're ultimately just trying to secure a bonus, or maybe just avoid the stress of algorithmic surveillance. On the flip side, there's ethical egoism. This is normative, meaning how entities should act to pursue their own long-term advantage. And here's the kicker. While psychological egoism explains how stressed humans cope, ethical egoism is the actual literal logic AI uses to justify maximizing corporate profit and efficiency above absolutely everything else. You know, the philosopher Thomas Hobbes warned us centuries ago about where this unchecked logic leads. He called it the state of nature, which is really just a polite term for a ruthless, dog-eat-dog environment of constant competition, driven purely by survival and self-interest, with zero objective moral standard. And to escape that chaos, Hobbes argued we desperately need a sovereign authority to enforce the rules. Well, in the modern digital workplace, AI systems have essentially become that sovereign authority. Because these algorithms view human workers primarily as self-interested agents, they step in as the ultimate boss. They structure workplace incentives, predict our choices, and enforce these endless, continuous optimization loops to keep human behavior strictly constrained and aligned with corporate goals. The AI sets the rules of the game to prevent everything from descending into inefficiency.
Moving right along to Section 3, when algorithms get selfish. This is where we see ancient problems moving at digital speed.
Ever wonder why you might see a totally different price for an airline ticket online than your friend does? That is dynamic AI pricing, and it is egoism in action. AI systems sweep up granular surveillance data like your browsing history, location, and device type to set a personalized price based exactly on what they predict you're willing to pay. Psychologically, firms are naturally exploiting behavioral data to instinctively maximize revenue. Ethically, they justify this data exploitation as morally acceptable because it maximizes long-term profit. But obviously, this leaves consumers completely in the dark with zero transparent accountability.
This dynamic echoes another ancient group, the sophists. Much like those early Greek teachers who believed practical effectiveness and persuasion were way more important than discovering objective moral truth, modern algorithms operate on a kind of data-driven relativism. They just optimize for influence, engagement, and clicks. If a personalized price or targeted ad works, the algorithm decides it's good. To the machine, objective moral standards simply do not compute. The outcome is literally the only thing that matters.
Which leads us directly to Section 4, the mental health toll, or the very real price of algorithmic optimization.
When efficiency gets valued above basic empathy, everybody suffers. Because AI can track every keystroke, every pause, every single output. Employees are losing their workplace autonomy. Work stops being a healthy challenge and turns into a constant, surveilled threat. We're talking severe techno-insecurity here. It causes emotional exhaustion, massively reduced job satisfaction, and a really concerning disparate impact on marginalized groups who often get unfairly flagged by these biased optimization metrics.
Take a look at this quote from a 2025 study by Dung and colleagues. It highlights that workers operating under algorithmic control experience moderate to high burnout, specifically driven by real-time surveillance, automated ranking systems, and rigid workflow optimization. The relentless pursuit of algorithmic efficiency strips away human autonomy and inflicts a massive psychosocial toll. Whether you're delivering food or trying to meet quotas in a corporate marketing department, being managed by a system with absolutely zero human empathy is a fast track to severe burnout.
But hey, we can fix this. Welcome to Section 5, Building Ethical AI, and the Blueprint for Enlightened Egoism.
We absolutely cannot let technology degrade our work culture. So, experts are pointing towards something called enlightened egoism. It's this idea that true, long-term success actually relies on doing the right thing. This represents a continuous, interdependent framework designed to balance AI efficiency with human well-being rather than treating ethics like a one-and-done checklist.
Organizations have to adopt these 5 steps to get it right. Number 1, implement responsible AI governance to set real rules for fairness. Number 2, prioritize human-centered design so the tech actually supports the worker. Number 3, maintain a long-term value orientation. Employee trust and brand reputation are way more valuable than a quick quarterly efficiency bump, right? Number 4, foster ethical training and leadership. And finally, number 5, ensure stakeholder engagement by actually listening to the employees using the systems. Under enlightened egoism, acting in your own best interest actually requires fairness and empathy.
Ultimately, this means human professionals have to stay aggressively in the loop. We can't just set the AI and walk away. HR professionals, for instance, must audit algorithmic outputs to ensure the AI remains a supportive decision aid, not some unexamined absolute authority. Humans bring empathy, cultural awareness, and ethical judgment. Those are distinct strengths that a machine simply cannot replicate. As you navigate your own evolving workplace and interact with these increasingly powerful systems, I want to leave you with a final thought on the future of our digital architecture. Are we programming AI to elevate our humanity or just optimize our selfishness? Understanding the hidden philosophies in our algorithms is the very first step toward ensuring they work for us, not against us.